Alright everyone, welcome to today's episode. Are you ready for a story that will leave you in stitches one moment and on the edge of your seat the next? If so, then let's dive right in. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying this as much as I am. Imagine walking into work knowing there might be trouble brewing. That's exactly what happened to my wife when she showed up for her shift one day at the Union Hospital where she works. You see, she has a supervisor who's been breathing down her neck for months now. She would receive emails about errors that either didn't happen or were someone else's fault. Complaints from patients with no paper trail, and worse still, the supervisor would even tell my wife what the complaints were specifically so she could correct them before they got reported. Meanwhile, all around her, other coworkers who make a lot of these errors aren't getting similar emails. It's clear this supervisor has been playing favorites all along. My wife started documenting every single incident. She kept copies of emails where she was accused of making mistakes and responded by explaining that it wasn't her fault or that the error had already been corrected. But for weeks there was no response from the supervisor. Silence. Eerie silence. We were getting married, and my wife had to miss some shifts on short notice due to last-minute planning details. She knew this could mean trouble. Little did she know, an email arrived just as we returned from our honeymoon, informing her that she was receiving an IM for attendance, short for informal meeting. This is the hospital's formal complaint process. My wife thought this might be the end of the road. Suspended? Fired? She didn't know what to expect. But I told her, and so did her coworkers, don't go into that room alone. We advised her to bring a union rep with her for support. My wife agreed, and she went into the meeting armed with evidence and ready to fight. When they got to the meeting room, the supervisor's face turned pale as soon as she saw the union representative standing there. It was like seeing someone get caught red-handed. The rep asked what the meeting was about, and the supervisor stammered out a response. It's about all the errors. My wife had her chance. She calmly told everyone in the room that most of the mistakes the supervisor had accused her of were either not hers at all or had been corrected immediately after they occurred. She mentioned she'd emailed the supervisor to clarify these points, but never received a response back. The rep chimed in, adding that sometimes system errors caused issues too. The best part? As soon as my wife started explaining this, it became clear what was happening. The supervisor had set up an attendance issue as bait to get my wife into a room alone. But with the union rep present, she panicked and tried to shift focus to something else. Performance reviews. She thought that would be safer ground. Little did she know. By bringing up my wife's performance issues, she inadvertently revealed herself as the one being investigated. Can you imagine how stunned everyone in that room must have felt? The rep asked for all those emails my wife had saved and requested to be BCC'd on future incidents too. What would you do if someone tried to set you up like this? This story doesn't end there though. While we're not sure what the outcome will be yet, it's clear that justice is starting to work its way through the system. So, how was that? Did I mention this actually happened? It's one of those stories where reality feels stranger than fiction. If you enjoyed hearing about my wife standing up for herself with the help of a union rep, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so we can share more real-life tales like this one. Until next time, stay tuned for more surprising twists in everyday life. Remember to subscribe if you liked today's story.